Okay, so at this point, you've got all 9 of your pop art self portraits done. You got them saved as JPEGs, 8.5 by 11. Now we're going to put them together. So we're going to go File, New. If you choose US paper, it gets all the other settings correct, but then you're going to change the width to 11 and the height to, let's go 17. 11 by 17 is the size of the paper that we're going to use, so we'll just go with that. Hit OK. Here's where it gets interesting. You're going to grab your first JPEG and drag it over. Put it up in the corner. Now, if you wanted to do the math on this, divide 11 inches by 9. That would tell you exactly how big it needs to be. I'm just going to kind of eyeball it. It's not the smart way to do it, but I'm going to get this down to where I think it's about right, where I can fit 3 across. There is a obviously smarter way to do this, but I'm going to do it the hard way. Drag the next one in. Oops, I probably should have said you need to make sure when you resize that you hold down Shift. If you don't, they're going to come out all wonky. Now, one way that you could do this is to lay it over the top of the other one and make sure it fits, and then bring it over. Now, I can already tell by looking at this that these are too small, but I'm going to bring in the third one. Oops, got to hit Enter. I'm going to bring in the third one and resize it, and then I'll finesse them from there. Okay, it looks like it's about the right size to match up. Alright, so they're a little small. I figure I'll start with this one, hold down Shift and bring it up just a little bit. Hit Enter, go to the next one, try and get it to match. Of course, you can always put it over the top of it. So that's pretty close. And then go back to the first one. Oops, first one. Okay, it's a little bit off, but it's close. So I'm going to zoom in. That line looks pretty good there. Okay, I've got a little bit of a white line, so what I can do is I can move these over a little bit and try and hide that. That white line might actually be from the file itself, so it's hard to tell. And of course, that first one looks like it's a little smaller. Yeah, so I can bring that up a little bit. Oh, I guess it was right. Alright, so they're not perfect, but they're close. Close enough for art, because we're not doing architecture. Alright, so you're going to bring in all of the files. So here's number 4. The smart way to do this would be to just, once you get them the right width, just lay it on top of this first one, get it about the right size, and then drag it down. Okay, do the next one. Make sure you hold Shift. It's number 5. Put it over the top. And get it about the right size. And drag it over. Okay, they're not perfect, but that's okay. Bring in the next one. Use that top one to get it right. And of course, I'm measuring the bottom, so you can see there's a little overlap. Okay, that one's a little small, so we're going to bring that up a little bit. Okay, pretty good so far. Let's see. Number 7. resize it, drag it down. Okay, you'll notice right now there's a big chunk of white at the bottom. That's okay. We can adjust that. Number 8. Get the right size. Put it in place. Seems like it's a little bit off, but we can adjust. And number 9, if I can see it. Always holding down Shift. All right. So one thing we can do is we can, with our rulers on, if you don't have your ruler on, go to View Rulers, and you can drag over one of the lines. If you zoom in, you'll see which ones are off. Okay, so you click inside the ruler and drag it over. Getting those, you have to be on the move tool to get that to work. All right. And then I can adjust them so that they all line up on the right lines. Now, if things are a little small, like here, just make sure you're on that layer and increase it a little bit. Now you'll notice that the bottoms are off. So what I can do is take these next set of images. Oh, I gotta click it in. And I can drag these down to the bottom, the ones I just worked on, so that the ones above them will cut off that extra. It's kind of a cheesy way to do this, but all right, let's go back and find this next row. Here's 4. I'm going to move that over so that it lines up. Might be a good idea to drop in this line as well. Here's number 5. Seems like it's pretty legit. And number 6. Okay, again, this last row seems to be funky. They're not quite working. So we're going to adjust it. And let's bring down another guide. Try and get it lined up. Obviously, that one is messed up. So I'm going to go to 9. Bring that one down and make it work. Don't worry about the bottom of these last ones. We'll make it work later. Okay, it looks like number 4 is a little small, so I'm going to drag it down a little bit. Okay. See if that lines up, and of course that one doesn't because it's the wrong size. All right, now if I get crazy I can do this, because I think this one was a little bit too long anyway, and lock it in. All right. Now if I want to see it without the rulers, I can turn that off. Oops, not the rulers. The rulers can stay. The guides. So I can clear the guides and they'll be gone. Now it's pretty good. I probably want to go up and fix number 4, try and get rid of the white. 5, just one click each. And then 7, 8, 9. All right. So I'm going to click on the top one, top layer, and then hold down Shift and click on the bottom layer. That selects all of them. There's a couple things I can do. I can drag this down and center it on the page so I've got white on top and bottom. Or I can crop this bad boy. If I go on the crop tool, go unconstrained, and oops, messed up. Grab the top, drag it up, grab the bottom, drag it up, or, and then hit enter, or I can resize this whole thing so that it fits. Now it stretches them out a little bit, but it does fill the page. So if we want to go 11 by 17, that's probably the best way to do it. So let me show you that again. I've got them all selected. I'm on the move tool. I have this little box checked, and then I just drag down from the center. You don't ever want to drag from the center unless you're stretching it out. The corners will maintain that shape. And then hit enter, and now I've got something that I can print. It's a little deformed, but you know, it's all right. It's not too bad. Just made him look taller and thinner. And that's pretty much it. Save it as a JPEG and turn it in. And that is your final done.